Next up on WTV, Rising Freshman Night, students switching to Emerson, and the UIL 1 Act. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Wednesday, January 20th, and I'm Dani Williams with today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. For the next 2 weeks, we are taking the update on the road in different locations around the school to prepare for our installment of 14 Days of Love. Leading off today's show, Rising Freshman Night is this evening, but like many things this school year, this year's event is going virtual. WTV's Kirti Gamadi has the details.
Usually, Rising Freshman Night sees hundreds of 8th graders and their parents wandering the main hallway in the cafeteria talking to teachers, coaches, and club sponsors. It's a way to introduce future freshmen to the school and its various programs. But with COVID-19 still disrupting big events, this year's Rising Freshman Night is going virtual, with parents and students having the ability to either watch videos from teachers or drop in a live Zoom for Q&A sessions.
This year for Rising Freshman Night, we're not able to have everyone come up on campus like we normally do. So instead, we're sending out all of our families genially so they can log on and look at all of our programs virtually. I think they'll find a lot of the information they normally find at Rising Freshman Night are there. There's videos, there's Q&A, there's helpful hints. But we know that there are some times that you actually just need to talk to someone and have your answers provided to you. So for that reason, we're also having kind of virtual tables for our Rising Freshman Night. We have areas where we have Zoom set up for different programs, for different courses. So students or their parents can still access our different programs through Zoom and ask specific questions regarding their own problems, their own plans, or just questions about courses in general. We're hoping that through the Zoom, through all the information, the videos, that they get a really good view of what the school looks like, about what things they want to take and what they want to do for their 4-year plan. We know it's not the same thing as being up on campus, but we're hoping that all of our kids get the information that they need.
This evening's event runs from 6 to 7 p.m., with details sent out in an email from the school. Reporting for WTV, I'm Kirti Gamadi.
Next year, some freshmen on campus are going to be transferred to Frisco's 11th high school, Emerson High School. But before they step foot on campus, many of them have already had the chance to meet their future principal. WCV's Ricardo Saev has the details.
Although Emerson High School is still under construction, Emerson Principal Kristen Summers is visiting schools to meet her future students, including a stop at Liberty.
So the purpose of meeting with future Emerson students today was really about letting them see some pictures of the building to ease some maybe anxieties about coming to a new school that they've never been able to see and never been able to walk through. And to also start talking about kind of what we value and what's our Emerson story going to be. That's going to drive so many of the decisions that we make, including our mascot, which is our next big decision, that we kind of need to start narrowing down what it is that we value so that we can find that mascot that represents that for us.
Opening with just freshmen and sophomores, students that live east of Custer Road are being switched to Emerson. As the principal, Summers is drawing on what she learned at her former schools in order to have students involved in opening Emerson.
When I opened Lebanon Trail, I actually learned a lot of really good lessons. One of those is the more that we bring students in, get their input, and give them the opportunity to be part of the decision-making process, the more ownership they have in the school and in the campus, and the more that it's theirs. It's not really about the adults in the building as much as it is the students. And so when they can have the ownership of making those decisions and helping to really define what Emerson is and who we are, then that makes it a more beneficial experience, high school experience for them all the way around. And that's what I really want for students.
As of right now, approximately 80 Red Hawk freshmen are being rezoned to Emerson, as well as some students from Independence and various middle schools. Reporting for WTV, I'm Ricardo Saev.
Almost nothing about this school year is ordinary, and that's certainly the case when it comes to the Fine Arts Department and its performances. Taking a look at how theater is adapting for an upcoming contest, here's WTV's Charles Deardor.
Rehearsals for the UIL 1 Act play production of The Actor's Nightmare began earlier this month, with the competition taking place in March. But due to COVID-19 restrictions, things are a lot different.
We have our 1 Act play, The Actor's Nightmare, coming up, where we are rehearsing using social distancing protocols. Actors are 6 feet apart at all times. We have hand sanitizing stations. And in fact, even when we are putting together the play for performance, the actors will be masked during the performance, and the actors will social distance. So, you know, you do the best with what you've got, and that's what we're doing.
But for some of the actors, performing on stage is very different than it usually was.
So pretty much I think the scenes with like physical interaction might be harder this time around because it's going to be maybe a little bit more challenging to try to convey those through social distancing.
Reporting for WTV, I am Charles Deerdorf.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. Applications for Student Council are now open. Applications are due on the 22nd, and you can sign up by scanning the QR code below. FCCLA is collecting peanut butter and jelly donations for Frisco Love Packs from January 11th to the 27th. Donations of peanut butter and jelly and other allergy-friendly alternatives can be left in E104, E105, or the box in the rotunda. Want to be on Wingspan's 14 Days of Love? Scan the QR code below. That's it for today's daily update. This is Dani Williams for Wingspan TV.